guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Low Carb for Life. I'm Kristen, and as always I am super excited to be here today to talk about something I am very passionate about, and that is low carb cooking and food. So, what are we going to have for you today? Well, today I have decided that it is lasagna night for my house. So, I've already made a regular lasagna for the rest of my family because not everybody appreciates the same taste that I do with the low carb cooking. So, I made a nice regular lasagna. And for us, I am going to make a zucchini lasagna. And it's also going to have a little bit of ground beef sauce that I made with 90-10 ground beef, nice and lean, and some mushrooms and onions along with that. And instead of using ricotta, we're going to use some cottage cheese. It's a reduced fat cottage cheese, but it's higher in protein and about the same amount of carbs as regular ricotta would be for your lasagna. So you can either do higher protein with the same amount of carbs or just a little less protein for the same amount of carbs. I prefer to have something a little bit higher in protein. So first thing we're going to do is get our mushrooms and onions sauteed in the pan and get our zucchini slice. So come on, let's get started. Okay, so we're at the stovetop and I have my sauce over here, but I'm probably going to add a little more sauce to it because I used a lot for my family's pasta, but we'll see what happens when we get to that part. Preheat our pan and get some non-stick cooking spray, olive oil, get a nice little spritz. As we get that heated up a little bit, I'm going to just take my onion and give it a little bit of a chop. Not using a lot. Avalanche! Sorry about that. Dishes flying everywhere. Just did a load of dishes. Alright, so do this really quickly over here. Chop of onion, just a little bit, because like I said, I'm making enough for myself, but it'll also probably last me like maybe 2 or 3, maybe even 4 days, depending on how this goes. This is my first time making it, so we're experimenting together, okay, guys. So I got my onions and I'm gonna put them in the pan. And it's just a little quick chop through. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I have these nice, fresh, pre-sliced mushrooms. And I'll probably do about a cup's worth of mushrooms when we do that. So we're waiting for the pan to get a little hot. Let's come over here. And we will slice our zucchini. Now, I've already chopped off the ends and cut them down because I have a mandolin that I use to cut and slice my vegetables when I want to do a nice, like, even slice. Be very careful with these. You can hurt yourself very badly, but if you use them the right way, they work great. So, I have 2 zucchinis that I'm going to slice up. So you can either, and I'm going to show you with the mandolin first, just so that you can get an idea how great these things are. This is a Pampered Chef. So, and I'm just sliding it through and pushing the top just slightly so it can continuously go through. And once this is all the way down, that means that your zucchini is fully sliced. And look at that. Nice, even slices. Now, if you don't have a mandolin, you can absolutely just use your own knife to cut with. That is not a problem. Alright, so my pan is hot. I've got my, maybe like a 1/8 of a onion in there, 1/8 of a small onion. And I'm just breaking apart my mushrooms. Just giving them a little snap with my hands. Putting them in the pan. This little small pan, because like I said, it's just for me. Give it a little toss. Give it a little seasoning. And as always, I got my adobo. And I've got my garlic. Okay. We're going to let that get all happy and cooking. So, now if you don't have a mandolin, that's okay. Like I said, you can always just use a nice knife, and I've got my knife right here so I can give you a quick show on how you can do that. Now the first thing I do is always cut just a little part off the end so it leaves you a flat edge to work with. So you leave your flat edge down, and you just run your knife down the sides of your zucchini, making it as thick or thin as you like it. Just be careful once you get to the other end. It is a little bit harder to hold. And there you go. You can do that too. Help me with my onions and mushrooms a little bit. I'm so sorry about this cough. I think it's whenever I cook onions this happens. I'm not allergic. It just always happens. Ooh, flying veggies. Okay, so let's finish up these zucchinis with the mandolin. Whatever makes life easy, I go with. I have my oven preheated and set for 400 degrees so that when all this is all assembled, we can just pop it right in. I'm thinking it's only going to take maybe 20 minutes to do this because it's not a big pan, it's only a small one. For a larger pan, I would with more layers. The more layers, the more time to cook. So you're gonna make sure it gets through all those layers. Okay, so we are done with that. Put that in the sink. Cover up our onions. Okay, and then we got our nice zucchini pile here. All right, check on our mushrooms and onions one more time. All right, and to me, when they just get a little brown and a little, you know, soft, that's when it's ready for me. I could have put this in just straight raw in there also, and that would have been fine for me too, because I don't mind the taste of the earthiness of a raw mushroom or onion. But everybody is different, so I decided today I'm just going to go ahead and cook it for you guys. Alright. So we're going to take that off the heat for now. Let it chill off to the side. And let's continue. Alright, next I have my ricotta cheese, and in here I got maybe like a cup and a half's worth of ricotta cheese. I probably won't use it all. I might use the whole thing, but we'll see, because I do like a lot. No, oh, I'm sorry, not ricotta. Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese. I'm going to put some garlic up in here. Season it with some Italian seasoning, which has basil, oregano, and thyme. And then just a little bit of adobo. Give it some seasoning, some flavor, because cottage cheese on its own really is just a blandish flavor. This, we're going to just get this mixed in here so we can make it a little more on the savory side. Alright. And then I also have mozzarella cheese, and this is a low moisture part skim mozzarella cheese to put in with our layers of sauce and veggie and cottage cheese. Alright, so now we're going to start assembling. So let's get this set up and I'll be right back. Alright, so now we have everything lined up and assembled and ready to go. We're going to go ahead and put this bad boy together. And the first thing we're going to do, we're going to spray our little pan. I just have a little, like, this is like a like a 6x6 baking pan. Like I said, I'm making a small one. I'm just going to grease the bottom of it like I would my own regular lasagna. And I'm going to start with a layer of my sauce. And this is a meat sauce that I make. I just take the crushed tomatoes and some tomato paste. And I make my own sauce because I find that making your own sauce, you get less carbs. The regular canned sauces or jar sauces that you buy in the store, they're a lot higher in carbs because they have all those preservatives in them. So that's a little fun fact for you. Making your own sauce is just so much easier because you can regulate what you're putting in there, how much you're putting in there, and your seasoning and everything like that. So we got the bottom of the pan coated with our sauce, and we're going to take our zucchini, and just like your lasagna noodles, you're just going to make a nice layer of zucchini. Zucchini. Alright, the whole bottom is covered with zucchini. And now I'm going to take my cottage cheese mixture that I have. I'm going to spread that on top of our vegetables. Nice layer. And there is no right or wrong amount of cheese. Everybody's on their own. I love cheese. My family loves cheese. We like a lot of cheese in our lasagna. So, for me, I put a lot of cheese. So I got my ricotta. Then I've got a little bit of mozzarella in there. Then I have some more sauce. I'm not really measuring how much sauce I put in here. I'm just, seeing what looks good. If you want a lot of sauce, put a lot of sauce in there. If you want a little bit of sauce, put a little bit of sauce in there. And now I'm going to take my onion and mushroom mixture. And just take a little bit, maybe about half. Just have a layer of the onions and mushrooms going through there. Alright, so that's that. And then we're going to do another layer of the zucchini. And it's going to keep repeating itself over and over again with the zucchini, the cheese, and cottage cheese, and our veggie mixture and sauce over and over again until we get to our final product. So I will be right back after I'm done assembling, and we'll get it right into the oven. Alright, and so our lasagna is almost ready. I literally had just enough zucchini to finish the entire pan, which is pretty awesome because I didn't plan that at all. I wasn't even 100% sure. So now we're just going to put our final layer of cheese on. I had an extra bag out because I knew I was going to run out. I apologize for the noise in the background. Like I've been saying, I do have a lot of kids, and it's getting close to dinner time, and they're getting a little fussy, a little hungry, so we're going to get this into the oven, and see how things are going. So here's our final finished product in the pan with our cheese layer on top. Like I said before, it's going to be a 400-degree oven. I'm going to put this in for about 20 minutes. I did not cook the zucchini before I put this in the pan because while it cooks in the oven, it's going to get nice and tender and get all those flavors inside it as it cooks and it bakes in the oven. So we're going to pop it in there and I'll see you back in 20 minutes. So I let my lasagna cook for the 20 minutes so far, and I decided that I wanted to do it another 10 minutes in the oven because it wasn't just as nice and bubbly and crusty with the brown from the cheese on the top like I would like on a normal lasagna. And I figured I would also take this time while my kids are eating their lasagna to just voice that if you're making your zucchini lasagna, there is no right or wrong way to do it. I happen to have 90-10 ground beef in my house because everybody in my house prefers ground beef. I would like to have ground turkey or ground chicken instead, but I happen to be all out. So the leaner the meat, the better. You can also make this a full vegetarian dish and just do all sorts of veggies. Put your carrots in there, put some broccoli, put some cauliflower. Hey, go wild with it. And you don't even have to make it a red sauce lasagna either. You can do a white sauce lasagna. And then with that, you can even make it with an Alfredo sauce. And I have a great recipe for a really nice low carb, high protein Alfredo sauce that we'll do at another time. But just know, there is no wrong way to layer your lasagna. As long as you get those nice layers with whatever kind of sauce you have, whatever kind of cheese you prefer, and whatever kind of either meat or veg that you like inside, it's all up to you. Personalize it, make it your own. I'm just trying to show you how to do it a nice, healthier way than just doing pasta, straight up regular pasta. So I'll see you back in about 10 more minutes when I take the lasagna out and see how it looks. Okay, so that extra 10 minutes actually works. So let's say we're going to do 30 minutes to do this so that we get that nice color on the top like with the cheese. I'm going to give you a quick look on how it looks like when it comes out of the oven. Nice and hot. Whoops. There we go. Nice and hot. And then we're going to get a slice off of it and see what it looks like on the inside. Alright, so I brought you guys down low so that we can take a nice slice out of the lasagna. And I'm seeing the way I have it, it's going to make 4 portions. And now that I'm looking at it also, I probably should have pre-cooked the zucchini because I forgot how much moisture is in zucchini. So, that right there, lesson learned. A little moist, but that's okay. Smells delicious. And it looks delicious anyways, so just not gonna come out quite as nicely as I probably would have liked it. So let me go get a spatula. Just use a spatula that we had from the kids' lasagna. We'll call them back. All the way through, and this cut all the way through. And we pull it out. Definitely should have cooked it ahead of time. So there we go. Like I said, we're learning this together as we do it. I've never done this before. I know some of you probably have never done this before. That's why we're learning this. That's fine. All that really matters is the taste. So, let's get this in here. And we'll go back to our table and we'll take a bite. Okay, so we finished our lasagna. And I realized 2 things that I should have probably done before I started this. I should have, 1, cooked my zucchini part way so that it took some of the moisture out that zucchini tends to have. And 2, I should have taken my cottage cheese and wrung out some of the moisture from that also. So instead of making a nice hearty lasagna, I my plate basically looks like a nice, hearty zucchini ziti, we'll call it. Still looks great to me. We're gonna try it, see what it tastes like. Got a nice plateful right here. It looks bigger. I had to use a big plate because it just separated. It almost overflowed onto off of my other plate. So let's see how it tastes. Get a nice piece of zucchini here with some cheese and yes. Oh, look at that. Look at that cheese. That's how you know. Oh man, I don't even miss pasta from the regular lasagna. The texture of the zucchini was really good. My sauce with the cottage cheese in it instead of ricotta, can't tell a difference. My mushrooms and onions, nice flavoring in there. Super, super good. Okay guys, so I'm gonna let it go for now. Next time we'll know, take the moisture out. But until then, just remember, food can taste just as good as skinny feels. Have a great one. Bye!